Hello, and welcome back to Do It Yourself. My name is Nico, and we're still preparing for Sukkot. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the rules from the Shulchan Aruch about how to prepare a sukkah. Okay, and really, who needs to stay in the sukkah, right? It's a time-based commandment, so really, only men need to dwell in the sukkah, right? As we go along, as we build it, we'll discuss some of the rules in detail. And yeah, it's another fun project to do to prepare for the holiday. Something that can be done with the family. If you've got like one of those gazebo frames, you can throw your thatch or your natural material over the top. I used to use one of those and it's fallen apart since, and now I'm gonna build a quick frame out of wood. I'm not a master carpenter. It doesn't need to be an amazing structure. It just needs to be enough to last the week as a temporary thing. With this festival, we're remembering what it was like to exit from Egypt and to live in the wilderness. And yeah, let's take a look a little bit more at what it takes to put up a sukkah. Okay, here's my backyard. As you can tell, I've got a couple kids who live here too. And here's just kind of framed up these I don't know, these little 2x2s. And I'm just gonna make this is gonna be the frame for the top of my sukkah. I'm just gonna nail them together with some 3-inch or 8-centimeter nails. I'm gonna use 2 more as some posts to place keep it on the ground over here. And the other end I'm gonna have up on top of my railing here. I'll kind of lash it down, and that should be enough. And then we'll get some schach on top of that, the thatch, and that's it. All right. Okay, so here's my square frame. It's not very square. Like I said, I'm not a carpenter, but this is all I'm gonna need for about a week, right? So I'm gonna post 2 legs on one side, get it rested up on the edge of the balcony, and that's gonna be the frame for my sukkah. After that, it's gonna be time to put the schach or the thatch over the top of it and put up some walls. And we'll talk about some of the rules as we're doing that. Okay, now there are lots of ways to frame up something like this. This was my solution for a 2 meter by 2 meter. That's, a little more than 6 foot by 6 foot, 6.5 foot by 6.5 foot sukkah here, right? You can see that I've crossed my nails through here to get those kind of sturdy that way. The boards are maybe a little bit warped, and I'm not exactly square, so I got a little gap there. I'm gonna use one bent nail. I'm pretty proud of myself. The thing I'm most proud of is the fact that I didn't hit my thumb, not even one time. Up here, I'm just gonna have it rest, and I'll lash it up here onto this, and that's the frame for the sukkah. The other good news is that I don't have much of the sukkah obstructed by the tree, because that's actually a problem. If the tree is providing shade, that's not legitimate shade. If it happens that you've got part of your sukkah under a tree, It's not that big of a deal. You just make sure that any men sitting in the sukkah are not under the tree part. Okay, so now that it's up, the next now that the frame is up, the next part is to cover it and put some walls on. And finally, the best part is decorating the sukkah. Okay, so this is just like a bamboo curtain. You can find it in a homeware store, and in Italy we call them pagliarella. Yeah, I don't know what else to call them. And just with this over the top, the sukkah is pretty much done. I mean, it's just like that, and we've got ourselves a sukkah. There we go. You have to make sure to cover everything over. Make sure it's all covered over. And we want to make sure that there's more shade than there is sunlight. All right? And then that's all we're going to need. Now, decorating, making it nicer, there's all sorts of things to do. There's also one other issue about walls we'll discuss shortly. But here we are. This is the basics of what you need for a sukkah. Okay, so in very little time at all, we've done a good job of putting together a sukkah, framing up a little shelter, and throwing up the pagliarella, and threading them through, kind of lashing them down. Now it's very important that the part on top just lays on top by gravity. Okay, I've got just a couple more things that I'm gonna do. Down here, this is my one problem spot, right? I should have some sort of wall here, right? And to make a wall, I just need to be able to make 3/5 off the ground and run a line from one end to the other. 3/5 higher and run another line, and 3/5 higher and run another line. And that's gonna halakhically be a wall, okay? So I've got enough space in here to have a table, chairs, and then we get flowers, branches. I like olive branches. I like lots of different things just to spice up the place, make it nice, and that's it. We're a sukkah. Okay, so just like I said, I've got these 3 strings here, and I've tied them across so that these 3 strings, you know, kind of tied up like this, are enough halakhically to be a wall. So if you don't have enough material to put walls around, just putting up 3 strings like this, 3/5 height in between each string, this is enough to be a wall. And you only need to put up 3 sides, because the open side can be your door, right? So each sukkah needs to have 3 walls and a door. And if one side is missing a wall, the whole side can be the door. That's okay. We just need to have natural material on top. The walls can be made of anything. If you've got plywood or anything else that you want to put on the side, if you want to have some sort of fabric or whatever you want to put up, it's fine. Just the top needs to be natural material, like straw or these bamboo or some sort of sticks. Later on, I'm gonna trim my trees and put some more branches on top just to give me extra shade, because there should be more shade than there is light. And that's it. That's how we make a sukkah. It cost me about 21, 25 euros in materials between the lumber and the nails and such. The bamboo curtains will cost you a little bit more, but I've been using them for years, right? So, you know, you buy this stuff once and you can use it a couple years before you need to replace it, especially the bamboo. Oh, the lumber I can probably use at least a couple years in a row before it gets, you know, tired of being nailed together. If you want to make it a little more permanent, you can get the drill out and put some, you know, nuts and bolts through it. So yeah, this is making a sukkah. Quick, easy, have fun, and have a happy Sukkot. All right, so I hope that was helpful. You know, it's not that big of a thing to do, especially for a small, modest sukkah like my own. It's fun. It's a great way to get into the holidays, something to get the kids involved in. Staying overnight in the sukkah can be fun, so long as the weather's okay. Yeah, if you like the video, please let me know. Leave questions in the comments. If you have any advice on how to make a better structure, please let me know. And make sure to subscribe, all right? Thank you for watching Do It Yourself. My name is Nico, and we'll see you next time.